feels very strange saying I'm retiring because I don't think any player really wants to admit it to himself, but there does come a time in your career where I think if you're lucky enough, you look back and obviously very proud and privileged to have done the things I've done. But like I said, it comes to everyone. And, I spoke to my wife and I think we decided that there's some more adventures for me, and I think now's the time to say goodbye to rugby. It's something which every player's got to accept, and all the advice I've been given from players who retired before me is embrace it. I can look back on an amazing career in the sense of the memories I've got, and it's a never an easy decision to make, but I think now's the right time. I never thought I'd be a professional rugby player, so I went off to university and ended up getting signed for Harlequins when in Division 1 because I was playing at Rotherham. And yeah, I ended up playing for England shortly afterwards, and it went from there really. So like you said, I've been so lucky to play for some great clubs, and I feel really lucky because having played at Saracens and then gone to Claremont, I've been lucky enough to come back, and I've really enjoyed this final year. And ironically, it's nothing to do with rugby. It's about how the team is away from sport, away from the rugby, and it's just how the boys treat each other. I know when I first joined the club there was a saying, ELE, everyone loves everyone. It's very true. There's no prima donnas, there's no people that treat you better than others. It's just everyone gets on with it, and everyone, I think the most important thing is people want to be liked off the pitch, not on it. And like I said, to be able to come back here and experience it for another year was very special. I know the team that I'm playing in now is easily enough to win both Europe and the Premiership. And if that's how I sign off, then what a cherry on the cake. It's credit to the culture. I mean, all clubs and all businesses will talk about culture, but I think the sign of a good culture is where you see success year on year on year. And I don't just mean success from how well the team plays. I think how well the individuals do. And we work in an industry where you can do well for your day job, and then you get rewards by going on and playing for your country. I always find it funny. I think when you get your first start for Saracens, you kind of already earmarked for England. It shows the standard of the club. And it's because all the hard work goes in. After training, the pitch is still full for 20-30 minutes. And it's not something which the coaches have to insist on the boys doing now. It's just part of the culture. And I think that's when you see the players who've got that mentality go on and play for the country and play for the Lions. I think when you do win a trophy, I noticed that in 2010 when we won for the first time at Saracens, it was kind of like all the hard work you've put in, not necessarily just for that year, just all your career, you feel has come to fruition, and it's kind of like highlighted at that point. So for me, that was the most rewarding thing, seeing a group of blokes who had never won it before. So it was kind of everyone's kind of peak happened at the same time. For me, I'd say from club rugby, that was definitely my highlight. The other highlight would be highlights, plural, in trips. I can guarantee that when we all meet up in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years time, all the players, yeah, we'll talk every now and again about rugby, but a lot of the discussions and all the chats will be, and the reminiscing will be all the trips we've been on. And it does sound like, yeah, we might be being spoilt as players, but when you see how tight the boys are together, it's because of those trips away. It's the kind of the building relationships, which when you are in the 8th minute of defensive phases on your line against Leicester in 2010, that's what, in my eyes, truly means that you come away as champions. Players don't get here without help, so it would be thank yous straight from every single coach, every single teacher who's ever invested time into me, all the way from back in the old days with Rotherham, with Jeff Wappett and Andy Northey coaching on the 21s there, through to Dean Richards, John Kingston. Obviously when I came here, Brendan was in charge, and Smalley and all the other coaches have, I think when I came in from Harlequins, really showed me the importance of aspects of my game which I didn't really appreciate were so pivotal, obviously playing so well. When you look close to home, it all starts with your mum and dad. If my mum and dad hadn't taken me to those training sessions, hadn't supported you, there wouldn't be an England player without the network around them. When you first start playing rugby, you kind of play rugby for selfish reasons, because you want to play for England, you want to do this, you want to do that. And ever since having kids and getting married, you kind of start playing rugby for them. So I'd probably say a big thank you to them as well, because they've kind of made me realise that what it's like to be proud of doing something for yourself in a strange way, and knowing that when you finish that your kids will be proud of you and your wife will be too.